That's a great question, and certainly one that I get all the time. Ben, what does the market look like? And what I can tell you is it might be more of the same. I know that's not the answer that most people want to hear. I know that's not the answer that people love. Here's why I think that. Number one is the Federal Reserve. They've given the predictions for 2026, and it's nothing short of weird. Between labor, GDP growth, there's a signaling to us that rate cuts might not occur. And if they do, you're talking still 25 basis points to the 10-year treasury, which does not always correlate with a 30-year fixed mortgage. Our best case with respect to buyer interest is something at 5.99, just under 6%. And even that, if I were to take a guess, it's still going to hover around the more modest average of 6.25. Number two, inventory. In particular, Southwest Florida has an abundance of inventory in both the new construction houses, resale houses, and in rental houses. That last part is important because of the rent to buy equation. Does it make sense to buy a house right now, or does it make sense to rent? And there are a lot more people sitting on the sidelines with the number one point about interest rates because they can get into these rental properties for very affordable prices. Not to mention, it's not just the abundance of apartment complexes we have here in Southwest Florida that give good incentives to move in. It's also the single family homes, new construction homes that are being pushed onto the rental market. So all across the board, there's an abundance of opportunities for buyers as well as renters. Number three is pricing. This has a twofold problem, one on the seller side and another on the buyer side. With the buyers, pricing being too high mixed with higher interest rates than desired, plus increasing insurance costs, causes the total monthly amount to just be outside of what's possible. Then on the seller side, you have prices coming down too much to where they have no equity, or it's quite not the price that they want to be in. Yes, there's the famous conversation about being locked into interest rate. That is part of it. Another part is just the fact that we have people that moved here within the past 5 years or purchased a house within the past 5 years and are ready to move out and cannot. You kind of bought at the height of the market as of late. Conversations that I'm having right now with sellers in that boat is what makes more sense. Do you want to rent for a little while? Do you want to take a loss? Do you short sale even? Because the appreciation to get back to where they need to sell it at could be looking at a 5-year time horizon based on what we're seeing coming in 2026 and beyond. All that being said, I wouldn't let any of that be a reason not to sell. It wouldn't be a reason not to buy. There's a lot of leverage on both sides, particularly with the type of property you may or may not have. The best time to sell, the best time to buy is when your family and your life situation dictates it.